There's this whole notion that women love the bad boy, but it's more the guy who has ambition and who's a bit of a risk taker and who isn't afraid to speak his mind. If you want to call him the bad boy, call him the bad boy, but that's what it is. It's those traits of someone who sort of like just takes his own way, takes the highway, you know, doesn't really care about what other people think, might say something a bit controversial, but he's emotionally intelligent enough to recover from it. He'll make a joke out of it and he'll deal with it.
Yeah. And I know exactly what you're talking about.
First thing we get guys to do when I'm teaching is to get them to disagree with the first thing. So we give them this line about guess where she's from, or it's either nationality or states maybe in America, nationality, occupation or hobby. So you get a lot of girls on the Santa Monica Boulevard in LA where they've got their yoga mats, they've got their
you're talking about down at 3rd Street, yeah?
Yeah, down on 3rd Street.
A million yoga schools all around there. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's this thing, you know, you're walking around with a yoga mat. So imagine you saw a girl on 3rd Street. We want to make a comment about her that would be wrong.
Yes.
That's a good way of putting it. We want to make a wrong comment about her. So I would say how many girls that are walking around in LA on 3rd Street would be, say, from a French city, let's say south of France, let's say Marseille, right? So, I mean, 0.001% chance of that happening. So there's a real good chance that I'm going to get this wrong, and I want that to be the case. So I'm like, you look like you're from the south of France, not even the north. Because even if she is from France, there's a good chance of me getting this wrong. And the reason why I want to get that wrong is because I want to cause a bit of controversy. And what instigates attraction. Because the first thing we do is capture him with our stop, with giving them a compliment, a very easygoing compliment. And the next thing we want to do is get into attraction, which is this fiery, spicy conversation. Yeah. I call it having a spicy few moments that makes her go, who the hell is this guy? You know, she needs to have that.
Push a few buttons.
Push a few buttons. And to make the energy between you connect on that level, because, and it goes back to connection again, it's what sort of guys would tease her? What sort of guys would push her buttons? Boyfriends, daddy when she was 10 years old, just play around with her, not take her seriously. And it goes back to the symbolism thing again. Oh, I know people who I'm comfortable with who do that to me. My best friend always does stupid things.
That's how even her best girlfriends are going to talk that way.
Exactly.
Yeah. So push, play.
Straight away you're in that bracket, you know. So that's why we teach. So I've said South of France, she's like, no, you know, I'm local, right? Right. So I'm local, and I go, the first thing you want to do is no way. There's no way you're local. Where's your yoga mat? Where's your, you know, like that's like the basic thing you need as a local. You need your yoga mat. Yep. And that's the, you know, straight away you're into like, what? No, like
So the way we call that is we just say creating a little tension.
Exactly.
And we need to get everything, a good conversation has some tension in it, at least when you're meeting somebody for the first time.
Exactly.
And that tension opens that doorway. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And the symbolism of that is people who are willing to disagree with her, willing to tease her like she is their best mate. And that, ironically enough, we have something called just normal conversation, because we want that to be a part of it as well. You've got to be able to have a normal conversation too. But the problem with getting into a normal conversation before attraction is she kind of just dismisses you as this guy who's just played it completely safe with her.
You haven't earned the right to have a normal conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And why would she open up? If you go to her, oh, so what school did you go to? Why should she give you that information? Because there's no value in you yet for her to open up in that way. Whereas if you do it after the teasing, after that bit of tension and spice, now you're valuable to her. Now she wants to open up about UCLA all of a sudden and what the campus is like, and give you extra information that you can play around with.
What would it be like to be the master at the art of creating sexual tension with women, to be so good that you don't even think about it? You just do it because that's who you are.
The best analogy I've ever come up with is the way you should approach someone during the day is, imagine if they just dropped their wallet on the floor and you've picked it up And in that moment, you're not going to run over and go, hi, sorry, can I just give you this back? Would that be okay? No, you're going to feel like $1 million for doing that. And you're going to feel so confident in that moment that she's going to love you. You're going to go up to her and go, hey, sorry, you just dropped your wallet. And you want the whole world to hear it.